Somebody said you're now an award-winning book writer, which does feel very, very weird. But for me, it was something that I wanted to do for enjoyment. I think cathartic is the proper word, isn't it? But and I did enjoy kind of looking back. I'm not somebody who tends to live in the past. I'm very much in the present. So to actually step back and spend some time was fun, and I surprised myself because one of my biggest worries was that I have a rubbish memory, and I thought this could be a very short book because I can't remember much. But once you got into it, then it all came back. It's interesting that probably the two drivers I've formed the closest relationship with were both in IndyCars, with Bobby Rahal and then Mario Andretti, and I have sometimes wondered to myself why that is. I think part of it was one-car teams, and my main job was race engineer, whereas since then it hasn't been. But also because the teams are so much smaller in IndyCar, so you very often travelled with the team, you ate out, you had dinner with the driver, quite often you socialised, we all socialised together on the non-race weekends, and that brought a closeness of bond which, as Formula One has got bigger and bigger, has unfortunately become more and more difficult.
Adrian, being an aerodynamicist, brought a completely new complexion to the car, and I remember the first race we did, I guess, was Brazil. The detail and the margin of error on the machining of the parts and the fabrication of the parts and the bodywork was so small that we could only get one kit on the car for first practice. That's all we had. So if Nigel or Ricardo went off, we didn't have any spares at all. That's what it was like then. But fair enough, Adrian was a perfectionist, and if there was a wrinkle here or a gap there, he didn't want to know. And we had to get the car perfect. And eventually, by 1992, we did, and it was technically the best Formula One car ever built. And they changed the regulations after that. So in some ways, dollar for dollar, the budget that we had, the people that built it, that was unquestionably the best Formula One car of all time, in my view.
It's been great, having Adrian with us. He is such an instrumental, member, within the team, a key part of those World Championships, and his results across his entire career speak entirely for themselves. Unquestionably
the best designer in the world, race car designer in the world, I think. I'm sure all the Americans who know him anyway from IndyCar would agree with that. The nice thing is that he's also a racer. He loves to drive himself. He loves the whole business. And he's a great guy. A great guy to talk to about anything really, whether it be the past, the present or the future.